Run through of the Call for Equity progress tracker. So if I visit wearepocam.ca/call for equity, I'm brought to this page that shows me up front just how many agencies have currently signed the call for equity, and that's agency leadership who have signed on behalf of their agencies or organizations. And if you scroll down to the tracker, you'll see a list here that's just an alphabetized view of all the organizations who have signed, the date they've signed, how many commitments they've completed, and when they last updated. So if we click on Baird & Welsh Inc., for example, we can see the signatories at the top. We can see the commitments that they've agreed to and the progress against those commitments on the right-hand side. And that'll have things like complete or intend to complete in 6 months, etc. But we can also log in and see what it takes to fill out this form. So if we go to Call for Equity Progress Tracker and we enter an email here, we'll enter our POCAM Gmail for now. It sends us a login link. We'll get that email and we're then given a link that authenticates us to the app. Once you're authenticated, you can enter in some details against that. So I'll just quickly fill this in. And you could select your company or organization. So how this works is once you've actually signed the commitment, it collects those addresses and it adds them to this list. So for this purpose, I'm gonna say I work for Baird & Welsh Inc. And I'll say we're an agency and I'll submit that. Once you've registered on the admin side, we'll get an email that will allow us to approve or decline. So we're gonna just be taking a look at your LinkedIn and your work email address just to ensure that you are who you say you are. So once you've submitted that form, you'll get an email saying that you've requested tracker access. And then you'll also get an email once you're approved. So assuming that someone from the POCAM team believes you are who you say you are, you'll get a link and it'll ask you to log in. Now, once you've logged in, you can click on that link. You'll have access to the progress tracker. So if you take a look in here in this UI, it'll say your name on the top left. You'll have additional context against each of the commitments in case you need more detail. And you'll have the options to select not started, planned start date, intent to complete in 3 months, intent to complete in 6 months, or completed. Now for the first two commitments, your requirement is that you also post a public link, so a title and a URL, and that information will be populated on your account. So you can scroll through and see all the different options here. So as an example, if you have a planned start date for commitment 3, you would also be required to enter a month and year. But we'll switch it back to completed since Baird & Welsh has already done that. Once you've made all your changes, you hit update progress and you can either view or continue editing. So let's go view, and it'll kick you back to the call for equity page where all the stuff that you've, all the progress that you've tracked will now be available on your account. So for example, Baird & Welsh, if we had made some changes to intent to complete or change one of these completes to intent to complete, that would have been updated in this UI. And for every organization that uses this application, in the URL bar, which you can't see in the screen recording, but it actually provides you a direct link to your organization's results. So you can copy that link and share that out to if you're trying to showcase the progress you made against the commitments. And that's pretty much how it works. We'll have more updates in the near future, including a little bit of data visualization, and we're looking forward to sharing that with you soon. Thanks everyone for attending.